two dancing now. What y'all got?
What don't I have? Full house.
Oh, Max, I don't know how I'm going to thank you. If you hadn't agreed to this game, I never would have been able to make good on the money that I borrowed out of Dorian's wall safe.
Listen, I'm just glad to help. And listen, oh, I got to roll. It's yours.
Whoa. Leaving so soon, Max?
Why, aren't you the one that always tell me I got to learn to quit while I'm ahead?
You call being up a measly couple of grand ahead? Hell, that's walking around on the old buck here.
Yeah, but the kid showed a lot of style in winning it, and I kind of like that.
Since all of you boys from the back room are so satisfied, maybe we should call it a night and move on to other pleasures.
Hold on, Alex. I mean, how can a couple of high rollers like you two slink away when there's no real blood in the table yet? I mean, whatever happened to real men?
Oh, and what do real men do, Asa?
I'll tell you what they do, Max. They take real chances, like a game of showdown. Lock horns, one hand. Winner, take all.
That's fine by me. Only we're talking about 20,000 of my namesakes here. That's bucks. And that might be a little rich for Max's blood.
You think so? Deal the cards.
It's you. Oh, my sweet. You know, when they told me that I had a visitor at the end of this long, horrendous day, I thought, who could it be? But of course, I should have known it was you. You're here to keep me company as this ridiculous trial limps to its finale.
Mother, I hardly think the jury would think this is ridiculous.
Oh, I know that.
Mother, I need to ask you a favor.
Of course, darling, I would do anything for you.
Well, it's for both of us, and we have to do it right away while there's still time.
My daughter is in surgery? Why? What happened to her? Please, you can tell us that much.
Are Mr. and Mrs. Buchanan here?
Yes, we are.
Doctor, how is she?
Please, she's going to be all right, isn't she?
Mrs. Buchanan, won't you sit down?
No, I don't want to sit down. I want to know about my daughter.
Your daughter has been through a very difficult operation.
Well, she is going to be okay.
When she was brought in tonight, Jessica's vital signs were already dangerously weak. The emergency surgery stressed her system even further. We had no choice but to operate.
Well, I understand that, but how is she now?
Your daughter has severe internal injuries. I think we've managed to stop the bleeding, but her condition is critical.
Critical? Critical? What are you saying? Are you saying that she could...
Manning?
Listen up, Todd. You're not gonna get away. There are more cops in these woods right now than there are trees. So just come on out. Look, don't be a fool, Manning. Just give it up right now, or things are gonna get a whole lot worse. Mister, hey, man's over here. What's up?
Pierce and Norkland just spotted someone about a mile south of here near a stream.
Is it Manning?
Bingo. Not too many Caucasian males with long hair running through the woods in the middle of the night.
Okay, let's move.
can't believe this.
Look, Jessica can't die. She just can't.
Wait a minute, wait. Just what exactly is wrong with her?
Jessica suffered a severe concussion, bruised ribs, and a ruptured spleen, which we removed.
Oh, my God.
It's all right, Mom. She's tough. Jessica is tough.
But you said you stopped the bleeding, right?
It's under control, yes, and we'll be monitoring that all the time.
So that means she's okay. Say she's okay.
Joey.
I wish I had better news, something more definitive. But the truth is that until your sister regains consciousness, we're just not going to know much about her prognosis.
Well, when's she gonna come to?
I wish I could tell you.
And why can't you?
Well, darling, please don't.
Okay, what are we talking? Are we talking hours, days, weeks? What?
There's just no telling at this point.
No telling. What kind of an answer
Joey!
is that?
Everyone here is doing their level best to help Jessica. But she's been hurt, badly hurt. And now we're just gonna have to deal with that.
My poor little baby.
Ricky, maybe you should sit down here.
No, I'm all right. I'd like to go and see her, please. Please.
All right, this way.
Oh, man. I can't believe this is happening.
At least CJ's okay.
Hey, yeah, thank God for that, huh?
What about Marty? She gonna be all right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Gonna be fine.
Marty!
Hey, CJ. Oh, not too tight. I still got this bump on my head and this bad side.
What happened to your leg?
Well, it kind of got trapped under a tree.
Well, how'd your leg end up under a tree?
I went back into the car for this. And that's when it decided to slip off the edge and explode. The tree fell down afterwards as an afterthought, I guess.
You're lucky you didn't get burned, Marty. They said there was quite a fire when the car blew.
Yeah, well, luck had nothing to do with this. I mean, none of us in that car would have made it out if he hadn't pulled us out.
He?
You haven't heard.
No, what? What, did someone come along and help you out?
Yeah, he saved us. He saved me, CJ and Jessica.
Well, who was it?
It was Todd.
Oh, my God, she's so pale.
She's not even moving.
She's resting, Joey. With the good Lord's help, she's getting stronger every minute.
But she needs our help, too.
The next few hours are critical.
We'll be right here.
May we go into her?
I'd rather you didn't, not yet.
How about just Mom?
Please. I just want to sit with her. I just want to hold her hand. Anything just to let her know that we're here.
It's better that her rest is not disturbed by anything.
So we're just supposed to stand here like a bunch of idiots and stare at her through a window?
Joey, all we can do right now is be patient.
No, there's one other thing we can do. We can pray.
Sometimes that's the best medicine in the world. Excuse me.
Oh, Lord. I wish she would open her eyes or move her hand, something.
Vicky, let's find a nice quiet place where you can sit down.
No, I'm fine here.
There's nothing you can do for her right now.
I know that, and I don't care. I don't want to leave her. Please, I'm not going anywhere, not even for a second. I'm not leaving my baby.
Should have got while the getting is good.
You trying to scare me?
No, I'm just trying to soften the blow. I like you, Max. It really grieves me to know that I'm just 5 skinny cards away from cleaning you out.
Well, we'll just see about that. What have you got?
My turn with the full house this time. Ladies over 9s.
Oh, Bucky the Lucky. Congratulations, darling. You're even bigger in my eyes than you ever were before.
Max, you haven't shown your hand.
Oh, I guess I should. 4 jacks. Gee, I guess that makes me the winner, huh?
And still champion.
You son of a gun. If you weren't from Texas, you would have really grabbed me. Good job, son. Don't let it go to your head.
I am so sorry. I feel like this is all my fault. If I hadn't... Well, I should have pulled you away from that game. Maybe you should take me home and let me make you feel a little bit better, huh?
Alex, can this sackcloth and ashes routine.
What's wrong?
This phony breast beating of yours over Bucky Busto's losing some loose change.
Her breast beating sure looks pretty real to me.
I didn't ask you. Hey, lady. You have a business to run, remember?
Well, Asa, of course. Customer satisfaction is tremendously important in any business. This customer just suffered a heart-rending loss here. Just allow me to apply a little balm.
Yeah, you butt out. A little lady can apply balm to any part of me she wants to. And there's nothing you can do to stop her.
Really? You never say something like that to a Buchanan, mister.
Oh, Max.
Blair, that ought to keep Dorian's auditors off your back.
You are incredible.
Well, what can I say? I mean, it's the least I could do. I mean, after you bailed me out a few weeks ago, remember?
Max, how can I ever thank you? You're...
No, just save it. Let's just say good night.
Oh, no.
What's the matter?
Oh, it's nothing. No, really. Go on. It's fine.
What? Something wrong with the money?
Well, just that there's not quite enough of it. Not yet, Max. But, it's okay. Well, could you maybe, Max...
Oh, wait. No.
Play...
Don't ask.
But you are so hot tonight, Max. I mean, you could pay back the national debt with the role that you're on. Can you play just a little bit more, please, Max?
No. See, listen. I left a message with Luna that I was staying out late, not all night.
But this won't take any time at all with the role that you're on, Max.
No can do. I'm out of here.
Max, I am so close. I am just a whisper away of getting everything that I need. Won't you help me, please? You're the only one who can, Max.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Nora. What are you doing here?
Well, I had the TV on tonight watching the news, and they said how Nora had finished with her argument, and I thought I'd come over here and check on Cassie.
Oh, it's thoughtful of you. Yeah. Court adjourned after Nora wound up her summation, and then the judge charged the jury.
So they're out doing their thing.
No, actually, they're not. They're going to retire for the night, and then I guess they'll begin the deliberations in the morning.
So, what are you doing here alone?
Oh, well, I am, I'm waiting for Cassie.
Well, where is she?
She's with Dorian in the jailhouse. Something important she wanted to say and didn't want me to go with her, and I'm waiting.
Darling, what's wrong?
I'm scared for you.
You poor thing. You're always worried about
Mother,
other
don't
people.
feel sorry for me. I want you to listen to me. And for once in your life, really listen.
Fine.
From the first day of this trial, everyone has said that you might be found guilty. And after what happened tonight, it's starting to look like they may be right.
Cassie.
Mother, listen to me. Now, I know if the jury finds you guilty, that I'm partially to blame.
Nothing.
And I'm sorry, I'm really sorry, but what I want to say, after the court adjourned, I spoke to Hank about the jury's instructions.
No, why would you talk to him?
Mother, you look at me, look. Can't you see what could happen to you?
I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean?
Mother, if this jury finds you guilty of first-degree murder, they could sentence you to death.
Don't even talk that way.
Mother, it's the truth.
I don't care. I don't want to talk about it.
Mother, you have to face it. It could happen. But you still have enough time to change it.
How? By snapping my fingers and wishing I were free?
No, by changing your plea.
What?
You heard me. Plead guilty. Tell him yes, you killed Victor Lord. Do it now. Do it now. Before the jury comes back and it's too late.
What time is it?
It's close to 11:30.
I just wish she'd move her leg, turn her head or something.
Yes, I know. I think we all want that. Until she does, we just have to keep thinking good thoughts for Jesse's sake.
You know, I think making a phone call might do some good, too.
What do you mean?
I think we ought to call Larry.
It's not a bad idea.
I think it's a good idea. Larry Wallach is Jessica's doctor. Maybe he can give this attending physician some information that would speed along the recovery process.
Actually, I was thinking a little bit more along the lines of getting her out of here and getting her back to Landview Hospital.
Yes. Yes. Let's go call. There's a phone around the corner.
Oh, doctor. How is she?
No change.
Could I go in and see her?
Just remember that she's very weak.
I'll just be a minute.
All right.
Thanks. Hi, sweetheart. It's Daddy. I never did like this color nail polish on you, you know? Because I still think of you as Daddy's little girl, and this just makes you look all too grown up. But then I reckon you are pretty grown up, aren't you? Oh, Jesse. Please come back to us. I know you don't want to leave us any more than you wanted Megan or Sarah to leave. You remember how you kept asking me, why did it happen, Daddy? Why did they have to go? You don't have to. It isn't your time, Jesse. So fight it. Fight it with everything in you. Because I know you can do it. I know you can. Because you're Daddy's little fighter. You're too feisty and too full of spunk and too full of love. You're like your mom, Jesse. And I couldn't bear it if you left me to.
Listen, pal, maybe you could do me a favor. I'm gonna get this little guy home, all right? And in the meantime, I'm gonna pick up some clothes for Vicky and Clint, bring it back, because I'm assuming they're gonna spend the night.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks.
Hey, drive carefully.
Take care.
The ribs? Yeah, you'll do better in bed. Come on, I'll take you to your room.
Oh, no, not before I find out how Jessica is.
Well, she's in intensive care right now.
Well, her parents must be around. Can you take me to them, please?
I think we can manage it.
I think I ought to go with them. I want to see Jessica myself.
No, wait a minute.
What's wrong?
You tell me something's bothering you.
You're getting to know me pretty well.
Then I'm right.
I'm worried.
About Jessica.
And Todd, I can't believe this guy's escaped again. I mean, it's like something out of a science fiction movie. He's this thing that can make itself disappear and then reappear someplace else.
You know, what's really incredible is that he saved those kids and went back for Marty.
That doesn't make him a saint, Rebecca. Todd is dangerous. He always will be.
I know that. And if the police don't find him, guess where he'll go?
Look, I know what you're thinking, but you've got nothing to worry about, not as far as Todd is concerned.
How can you know that?
Because there's no way I'm gonna let him get to you again. Ever.
Jennings.
Mr. Gannon.
Hey, we're looking for Commissioner Buchanan.
Well, Todd Manning got away.
We know that. Just point us in the direction of Commissioner Buchanan.
He's in the woods somewhere, coordinating the search parties.
Manning hasn't been caught yet?
No, sir. He's still out there.
Oh, God.
Okay, here he is in person, handcuffed and ready to travel. Hold him steady, boys. Hold him steady.
I didn't do nothing. Honest.
This has got the wrong dirtbag. This isn't Todd Manning. Great, the guy's probably in West Virginia by now.
Not if I have anything to say about it. Let him go. Let him go!
Sir, I'm sorry about the inconvenience. I don't blame you. Listen up. You officers, you take your teams. I want you to cover the hills to the north and to the west. Lieutenant, you go east, all right? Get this straight, gentlemen. Todd Manning will not get away. Move!
Way to go, Einstein. Way to go. You're running around in circles. Stop it! Stop it!
My daughter's got this overbite. Plead guilty? You can't be serious.
My mother could literally mean the difference between life and death.
That's absurd, Cassie. This is all Vicky's fault.
Vicky's got nothing to do with this.
She's the one who masterminded this whole witch hunt. As soon as I am free, the first thing I'm gonna do is sue Vicky and Sloan and Hank for slander and malicious prosecution. When I walk out of here,
You're not
a free
gonna walk
woman.
anywhere.
Trust
You are
me.
gonna be put into jail, and you're gonna stay there a long, long time, or worse, you're gonna be given the death sentence.
Stop it.
Mother, look!
Just stop.
Look at where you are. You're in jail. There's a guard. There are bars on the window, and you may be only a few hours away from being found guilty of murder in the first degree.
What are you saying?
Mother,
all
to
of
wake
this
you
to me?
up! There's no time left for you to sit here and pretend this isn't happening. Now, you call Nora, and you work out a deal with her. You tell her. I know that Hank will let you plead second-degree murder.
Cassie.
I know. Mother, I know it. Now, I know you'll still have to stay in jail for a while, but that's certainly better than being sentenced to death.
I am not going to die.
Well, make sure you call Nora. You work out a deal with her. Come on, do it now. Do it for me.
Listen to me. Cassie is gonna be just fine. Now, do you think she could have gotten through all she has gotten through this year, losing the baby, and everything that comes after that, and not be able to stand a little talk to with Dory?
Yeah, well, when you put it that way, I guess you're right.
So just don't worry, okay?
Okay. How's Max and you? How are you doing?
Well, we're fine. He's tickle pink over the mountain sunset inn, and he's trying to turn it into a 5-star ski resort.
Mountains from molehills. Gambling?
Oh, just like I told you. He needed a project to focus on. His gambling days are long gone, and we're back in sync again. Totally together.
With the exception of this moment.
Oh, well, he's out with a friend right now.
Ah, this late. Who?
To tell you the truth, I don't really know for sure.
20. The number is 20. Yes!
Thank you so much. You're just too much, Max. Thank you.
No problem.
Oh, no problem. You just hit 4 spins out of 6, and you call that no problem? Oh!
In the zone, Blair, and you know when I'm there, I just can't be beat. You know, it's not even about luck. It's not about guessing. It's like I can see into the future. It's like I see the ball drop into the slot.
Well, maybe this roll can go on forever. Yes.
This puts you over the top, right?
Oh, way over. But maybe, Max, we should just let it ride. I mean, we could be in for some real money here. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Yes. Yes.
On your way, pal. Lady friend here's got plans for this evening. But guess what? Don't include you.
You're wrong. Alex is leaving with Buck.
To the door, maybe. But not beyond that. Old Buck's gonna be on his own.
You're riding solo tonight, big fella.
You listen to me, you miserable sandsucker. This is my joint. This is my partner. They go together. With me. Only me.
Now you two just stop it. I can't stand this anymore. Don't fight over me like I'm some kind of a piece of meat. I can't stand this.
I know just what I have to do about it, too.
Here comes Black.
Black, 6
Yeah.
black.
I swear to you, Max, I have never seen anything like this. Oh my gosh, you know, maybe we ought to stop, Max. I mean, this is a lot of money.
Yeah, we can have a lot more fast.
I don't know.
No, whoa, wait a minute, Blair. What's the matter? All of a sudden, you can't use a little extra spending cash? I'm telling you, I can't lose. I can't lose. I'm telling you, stick with me. I'm red hot. Red. And red is the name of the game. Everything on red.
There you go. Woo!
I woke up this morning, was
Seems impossible that someone who looks so peaceful could be so badly hurt. Oh, God, this can't be happening. Vicky. She was just starting to come round.
I know.
She was just starting to get rid of some of that anger and pain that she's been feeling since the divorce.
I know, Vicky.
This is so unfair. Oh, baby. It was just yesterday that I saw for the very first time a little glimpse of that impish light in her eyes. And I thought, finally, she's coming out of it. Finally, things are gonna be all right. And now they're not all right.
They will be. They will be, honey.
They will be. She's gonna be all right. She has to be all right.
Vicky?
Oh, my. Oh, Marty. Thank God. Thank God you're all right.
I'm so sorry.
Why?
I'm so sorry. Just...
Shh. No. It's all right. It's okay. I know.
She has to be okay. I mean, I was driving that car. I'll never forgive myself.
She is going to be fine. You hear me? She's young and she's strong and she's going to be perfectly all right.
And that is just the way things are going to be.
Hey, look, we came as soon as we found out. Is everyone okay?
Well, CJ's okay. Marty got banged up pretty good, but Jessica, she's not doing too hot.
She's hurt pretty badly. She has a lot of internal injuries.
Oh, God. Where is she now?
ICU. She just got out of an emergency surgery.
She's resting comfortably.
Listen, guys, why don't we go find out how bad the coffee really is in this cafeteria? What do you say, huh? My treat, okay, on me. Come on, what do you say, guys? You can't help her by staying here.
Yeah, all right.
All right, let's go.
Nora, how'd the trial go?
Oh, it's not going. The jury's been charged, and we'll wait. See.
Do you know which way the verdict's gonna go?
I can't begin to guess, pal. I don't really think Dorian's fate is on everyone's mind right now, not with what's going on up here.
Yeah, we've got some other people to think about.
You heard about Todd escaping?
Yeah, do you know what the latest is? Did they catch him yet?
No, they've got search teams out looking for him, and of course, Bo is right in there.
And you don't like that?
Of course I don't like that. No, I don't like that, no. He's just been on Todd's trail so much. Todd hates him, and I'm afraid of what would happen if Todd ever got a shot at Bo, or worse.
I'm on down, Todd. It's over.
Fat. For years, people have tried.
Can't tell you how repulsed I am by this fighting, particularly since it's over me.
Well, don't you think you're worth it, honey?
Of course I do. That's not the point. I said goodbye to violence a long time ago. It's no more a part of my life. I said goodbye to violence when I said goodbye to Carlo.
Who? Don't ask.
That's why I've decided to leave town.
What?
I need to put some distance between myself and this mess. I think I'll go to Bermuda, to the Queen Anne Hotel on Hamilton Road. I love that place. Don't even think about following me. Either one of you.
Come on. Come on, Red. Come on, Red. Come on. Come on, Red. Come on. Come on, Red. Come on, Red. Come on, Red. Come on, Red.
Black. The winner is black.
What? No, wait. It's crazy. Wait, I saw red. I saw red.
Max, nobody wins all the time.
I am hot. I'm too hot. I'm too hot to lose everything on just one spin. Come on.
You know, he's right. You are, Max. You're too high here. Use this. Play with this.
Here, yeah. Okay, here we go. All right, come on. Let's have some chips. Gary.
No,
what?
actually, he can't.
What do you mean I can't?
Max, the casino is closing.
What? Wait. 2 seconds after I go bust, you shut down the table? No, wait, just 1 minute here. Right when I'm about to win back every single dollar you ever took into this lousy joint, you can't close down right now. You
Max, it's the house rules. I can't do
anything
about it.
I am on a roll. I'm a winner here. Listen, Gary, look, I feel it. It's all coming back to me. I feel it. It's coming. Gary.
I'm sorry, Max.
Gary!
Hey, Max!
Hey!
It's not worth it, and he's not worth it. Not when we can be in Atlantic City in 40 minutes, so come on. Come on, Max. May, what do you say? Come on. Mother. gonna answer me or not?
All right, say I do. Say I plead guilty to second-degree murder. Then what happens? All right. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna go to prison for a long time.
Well, that doesn't mean life. And it's certainly better than the death penalty.
Honey, when I asked you to tell me that you believed me, that you thought I was innocent, you couldn't say that to me. If I plead guilty, you're gonna believe that I am for the rest of your life.
Mother, we all know what happened to Victor Lord that night 18 years ago.
No,
What
we do
difference
not
does it
know.
gonna make?
Nobody knows what happened that night. And no, I will not plead guilty.
How dare you? How dare you use me as your excuse?
Excuse? What are you talking
You're always
about?
saying how much you love me. How much you do anything for me. How much you care about your darling Cassie. Well, I just asked you to save your life, and you won't do it. Not because you want to protect me, but because you're too proud.
Cassie!
And too scared to look at yourself through my eyes. Afraid to see who you really are, Mother.
What are you talking about?
You think this is so noble, but I'll tell you, I've got news for you. This isn't noble. This just makes you alone, and I can't help you with that, Mother. I can't.
Pony girl, be my little pony girl. Jessie, please open your eyes, honey. Please. Do you know I used to sing that little song to her when she was a baby?
I remember.
I would hold her and rock her and sing to her, and she'd laugh. And I would stare at her, and I couldn't believe that that perfect little creature was mine. God, do you remember how small she was?
Yeah.
She was so tiny. Her little hands and her fingers. And her perfect, perfect little face. Jessie, please. Please wake up, Jessie.
Vicky.
Please.
Vicky.
Glenda already lost one daughter.
I know, honey. I know.
Megan is gone. I can't lose Jessie, too. I can't. She's my baby. I can't. Oh, God, don't let it happen again.
Listen, Todd, I know you've got a gun in your pocket. So just ease it out real slowly and drop it to the ground. Go on. Manning, don't be stupid. Now, come on, there's no way out. I will shoot you if I have to.
Maybe that'd be the best thing for everybody.
No.
Why not? Didn't I dig a hole deep enough to die in yet?
Look, if you think what happened tonight's going on your rap sheet, you're wrong. That wreck wasn't your fault.
What?
We know the wreck was an accident, Todd. We know that Marty and those kids would probably be dead right now if it wasn't for your help. But this running, it's gonna stop. It's gonna stop right now. So drop the gun. Todd, listen, you know this is your last chance. You know it. Do it!